It's challenge day.
Let us begin.
Okay, moving along. Update
There
in
must
Gaza.
be an
So
immediate ceasefire.
finally, and actually, I don't even know
For
if
at
Biden
least
did
the
this yet, but
next 6
Kamala
weeks.
Harris is calling for a ceasefire. Right? Like, I'm not that smart. You're not, Jeff. I mean, I don't know if you're the smartest tool in the tool shed or whatnot. If you claim that,
Mhm.
but we saw this coming from a mile away, bro.
We
Stop.
definitely did.
You have tens of thousands of people, civilians that died in Gaza, bro. Y'all
Died,
are
thousands of people
indiscriminately
displaced, just
collective punishment, bro. Like,
just doing the most.
but here in the States, our government is like giving them the ammunition for this. So, like, we're culpable.
Mhm.
We're partly culpable. It's like, so I see a lot of people have been protesting that joint, and they've been, ceasefire now. You hearing, what I mean, they even at these people's rallies and stuff like that. When what you call it, Adam Schiff, I think just won in California to go to the general election. He's going to run in California there, and like people at his victory speech, people yelling, ceasefire and all stuff like let Gaza live, and it's like, bro, we've been saying it for a long time now. It's not just us. We know indiscriminate bombing when we see it.
Absolutely.
And it's us that's providing the ammunition for that joint. So there's no ceasefire yet, but the IDF ain't relenting right now. But there's more voices now that are speaking up against what's happening in Gaza.
It only took thousands of lives for that to happen.
Only a couple thousand. Like, what do
Only
they
a
not
couple.
have? Like, freaking do they not have the same news sources we got? I thought they had better news sources.
Apparently not.
We got intelligence, don't they?
Yeah, that's what we
What's
thought.
the last thing you saw about it? Is it even in the news like it was before? What is the last thing you
Bro,
saw about it?
Honestly, I haven't heard. The only thing I'm actually trying to recall when last time I saw something people talking about it. Really, just random people like on the internet that may like mention it like in passing vaguely, but
That bit barely
as
make
far
the
as
news.
the news, yeah, it's like you don't even really. The only time you really even hear about it now is like if there's something about just trying to be supportive of Israel or something like that, then you'll hear some talk about it. Like when some kind of anti-Semitic thing happens, some people overreacting to some crap and they're calling it anti-Semitic, and then the whole conversation of Gaza, like in that way, right? Like the conversation of Gaza kind of happens through a proxy way. So like, but not really talking about what's been going on. It's like water under the bridge at this point. It's kind of wild.
So more on the international news, Haiti is still in. I say still in because when we last checked in on these folks, it wasn't there. I wonder if the canal is finished. Can they even finish? Bro, Haiti is in a state of emergency.
Literally.
Still, as violence and displacement soars, a new wave of gang violence has destroyed police stations as residents in the capital, Port-au-Prince, are forced to flee.
Yes.
So there was, things really hit the fan in Haiti recently, but I had my Haiti trip planned and everything. I bought my flight. I bought my flight and everything, and I was supposed to be going through, and then like, bro, things really went into chaos. A bunch, gangs broke into broke into the prisons. You let about 4,000 people out. Some people are gang members, some are not for different reasons. They're in there and everything. Matter of fact, one of the guys that was that assassinated the president was this Ecuadorian person. He was like, I'm staying here. He stayed in the prison because shit is crazy out in these streets.
That's
he
wild.
stayed, and he like
That's
they
wild.
recorded him, whatever, and some interview he did somewhere, but like he was like, I'm staying right here in the prison, bro, because this joint is wild out there in Haiti, man. Like, you just can't get a break. You just can't get a break. Henri is still that boy. Ariel Henry is still not even in Haiti. He had went to Kenya to go get some like help.
Because he was trying to proctor some kind of assistance
some deal
from
to
them,
get
right?
to get some assistance and some force, some police force to come to the States. He can't even go back to the country. That boy's still in Puerto Rico. He in Puerto Rico hiding out, and I mean he's not even the president. He's just like a caretaker,
acting prime minister or whatever. Well, he is the prime minister, but he's like the acting president.
It's like the reason he's in Puerto Rico is partly because he's getting support from the U.S.
Yes.
He is the U.S. pick candidate. The U.S. has a history of picking the president. and picking the people in power in Haiti. And the people are not fucking with him. Right? Matter of fact, he was supposed to hold elections last year, I think it was, and granted, stuff was still in a lot of turmoil, but like he suspended that. Like, why do they do this? As if like it never ends well. If there's supposed to be an election and you suspend it, your people will revolt.
Absolutely.
That's the math.
It literally happens every single time.
Why do they even attempt it?
Yeah.
Why do they attempt in these countries all over the place to suspend the election because we're gonna wait till things get in order so we can? And now you've been in power what, a year, 2 years, 3 years, and you're supposed to be here for like freaking 45 days or some joint.
Because they assume that people are stupid, bro.
Bro, we
know what y'all doing. We know what y'all do. Okay, suspend it. Okay, so you can be in power for a year. We know what y'all doing. Like
this is why matter of fact, Trump called for the suspension of the Constitution, but at one point, but we're not gonna talk about that one. We're gonna get off of that for a second. But even the gang members, this dude barbecue, that's his gang name.
So crazy.
You know what I mean?
Think about that. But go
fools.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look like apparently, you know what I mean? Jimmy Barbecue Sherry's you know what I mean? This dude said, we need him to resign. Unreal. He's resigning, but like, really, what is he resigning from? He's not really even like an official. Yeah, he's exactly. Just like a caretaker.
Yeah.
But whatever, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm not going to Haiti. I thought I was going to go this year. I'm going to have to postpone that bit, and Haiti's going through it. Ukraine's still going through it.
Yeah.
They, when
was the last time you heard about Ukraine?
Well,
I mean, I heard there was some assistance that were put out in the Pacific Ocean, right? Didn't the U.S. like put some?
That was mostly because of the Gaza thing. Okay. Because there's a bunch of like Houthis and all these cats like pirates and stuff like that. That's like just like threatening merchant ships and stuff. So they there's a lot of like interception and interdiction that's happening with all that kind of stuff. But as far as Ukraine goes, they're losing a lot of support around the world just because this joint is taking a while. I recall on Challenge Day, we had an episode where we likened it to the war in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Yes.
Like we said, if I came to you and was like, yo, I got a war on the books for you, that joint finna be 20 years. Good. You would have backslapped me out the room. But if somehow we find ourselves in year 3, year 6, year 9, year 2. Okay. So we said the same thing about you. You said, yo, this Ukraine thing is like 3 months old right now. This Russian invasion. Bro, this could last a couple of years, potentially. We never know. This is like when these wars start, especially wars of this day and age, where it's not like you're in an open field, toe to toe.
It's the long game, bitch. They playing the long game, bitch.
We've been in this war now. And so what's happening now is that a lot of people in the world are like, "Oh, Ukraine, bro." You know what I mean? We've been
like, I ain't got it. I ain't got it this time. I ain't got it this time.
Son, I like you. I fucks with you. But it doesn't look like what we giving you.
Subscription service ain't it, bro?
Bro, how you gonna be in a whole war against this country that got their own joint, right? And you gotta borrow some hammers.
Yeah,
you gotta borrow some.
Yeah,
bro, it's tough for you. And then so you gotta wait to deliver, even if you gotta wait till they approve it. And then we got a Congress like we do in the United States, and we're the primary backer. It's gonna be a minute, bro, before we get these people to agree to give y'all even the funds.
It's gonna be a while.
Let alone the actual weapons get sent over there, right? So, and it's not just the United States. It's going on for, but like that was Putin's plan. Putin was like, "We can wait it out." we can wait it out. Right, straight up, because they have conscription over there. They freaking force people to join the military. They freaking use forces like the Wagner force. You know what I mean? They get guys from prison and they make them serve. They're throwing bodies. They're throwing bodies out there at y'all. And they figure they last the test of time until they tire out the EU. They tire out the Western allies and people that call themselves friends to Ukraine. So they still going through it over there.